on their bullshit again.
We're going to talk about foam cushions as featured on the website, Cushions Express. And remember, Express is without the E. It's just Cushions Express.
Right.
He
First thing
he
we
has
wanna
such a
talk about
presence,
is
doesn't he?
How can we measure the
He
foam
does. I feel like
cushion
this
you
is
have at
very
home?
similar to the videos that I
Keep in
do.
mind, the foam cushion you have at home is probably sagging. It's probably a little bit bent
It
out
is
of
because I'm a
shape.
big
Probably
fatty.
where you want to
That's
change
why
it.
my cushion's
Best thing
sagging
you
in the
can do for
middle.
that is to measure the
You're
cover.
such a fatty, Matthew.
Cover was cut to the original
Fatty
size of
Matty.
the wood that
Fatty
was
Matty.
needed to cover your cushion, your
From seam
furniture.
to
So that's
seam.
gonna be what we go by.
Okay.
You don't need to
Where's
add
this
or
from?
subtract anything if you measure your
I have
cover.
no idea.
Okay.
But
Take a tape
Inside
measure.
his
you have to
bunker.
measure it.
Preferably
You got to measure with
a
the tape
fabric
measure,
tape
you know?
measure. This is a metal
gotta
one,
measure with the
but
tape measure.
preferably a fabric one, and get it to go across the
Oh,
length of
try
the
doing that
fabric,
while holding a
seam to
microphone.
seam,
I can't do
with
that
the
with one
fabric well
hand.
stretched out, taut.
They've got to put the
You
microphone down. Okay, we're gonna.
Oh,
All right,
and
there we go.
slash. How did he find this?
This is how you measure it.
Oh, okay. So you're just no selling me, just like
Okay, get
This
it to
is
go
great. Just
seam
watch
to
it,
seam
Matthew.
with
It's
the fabric
amazing.
stretched tight. Keep in mind, if you have welting such as you have over here, this is welting over here. This
Welting,
edge, this
okay.
piping is called welting. You put the tape measure
Oh. I'll
at the
go and
part
tell.
where
I'll
the
go and tell
welting
my
starts
family
at
that
the
because I did
bottom
not
where
know
the,
that.
where the
Mhm.
seam actually takes place, where the sewing actually
Welting.
takes place. So you go across, and if you can't stretch it out by yourself, get somebody to stretch it out for you. But stretch out that cover well.
If you can't do it,
Stretch
get
it
somebody
out.
else to do it.
That's about it for a rectangular seat
Help!
cushion as
Help
far
me
as
stretch out
measuring
my
it.
cover.
As far as the next thing we want to discuss is Dacron. This is
Right.
an option on our website. This is Dacron. It's about
This is
3/4
Dacron.
of an inch thick.
Dacron.
It's very, very soft.
Dacron.
It's actually polyester fiber. It's made into a batting. This is the batting.
This is the
Very
batting.
loose, very flexible.
Okay.
It's
I
not
feel like
firm
he's
at
going to
all.
burst into song.
The reason we use Dacron cushions is
That would
to
be
take up the
amazing.
slack in between the cover and the foam itself. That's the primary reason. Also gives it a little
Ah.
soft touch when you first
Yeah,
put your
gotta-
hand on it,
you
but
gotta
that really doesn't
push down
provide
on it,
much
yeah?
support at all. It also rounds
He's
off
just
the
in some sort
edges
of wood
quite a
cabin,
bit.
log
Gives you a
cabin
little
somewhere
bit of
doing
crowning
this.
on the top. Gives you a little crowning
Probably.
on the front. Gives you a little
cabin
crowning
in the
on the
woods.
side. It just makes everything
Is
tight
this
and
JD
taut.
Salinger?
It's like a fudge factor in between the foam and the the cover. It
The
works out
whatever
very
the hell they
well
call it.
because let's assume your cover's 1/8 of an inch off from the measurement.
How
or-
can
or
somebody
your
talk
foam's
about
a
this for
slightly
so long?
Short or
How many
whatever.
hours have we
The
been
Dacron
watching this
wrap
for?
takes up all the
This
slack
is
in
only part
between the
one, my
foam
friend.
and the cover.
Part one.
Keep in
Oh.
mind, once you establish the
many?
measurement for your
It's like
cushion,
50. I don't know.
if you're
Oh,
gonna
my.
add the Dacron wrap, you don't need to take away or you don't need to add anything
Oh,
to
my.
the
I
to the
don't think I can
to the
survive
measurement
this.
itself. A lot of people ask me, well, if I add the Dacron wrap, I have to take away from the foam. You really
Take away
don't.
from
The
phone.
idea is to add the Dacron wrap so that it gives you a
At least he
stretch
cares
factor, so
enough
it
about
makes
his
everything
job.
tight and taut.
He is
If you
into
take
this
away
stuff,
a lot from
Yeah.
the foam, when you a 1/4 inch wouldn't be
Hey,
anything of the
listen,
world.
it's a
but
quarter
I
inch.
wouldn't take
You know,
away
Come
from it,
on.
whatever.
to be
Come
honest.
on. What's a quarter inch
you,
between
once you
friends?
establish the height and length and width of the cover,
The girth
I
of
would
it.
set that as I mentioned on the website. Add the Dacron, and the Dacron will then push everything out.
Hang on. What
Dacron
That's
website?
the idea behind the Dacron.
Dacron
Here, this is
fucking-
an example
He's getting a lot of
of
money
this
from
cushion
Big
right
Dacron.
with the Dacron wrap.
What did
And
they
the
want?
Dacron comes glued onto the foam. And again,
This
this one
guy
has a
is in the
Dacron
pocket of
all the way
Dacron.
around. You can get it either all the way
I think so.
around or
He probably
just
owns Dacron.
around. All the way around covers
He
all
is
the sides,
Mr.
top, bottom,
Dacron, they call
He is
him.
and
Dacron.
all 6 sides of the cushion.
I am
Okay?
Dacron.
It's white, fuzzy.
Kneel before
It gives, like I
Dacron.
said, it gives you that little fudge factor in between the cover and the foam.
It gives you a
Fudge
little
factor.
fudge, that little fudge factor. I don't know
All right.
what the hell's a fudge
Now,
factor.
Here's
You say a
one where it
fudge
has it
factory?
just around. Just around basically
I don't want
covers
to have anything to do with his fudge factory.
just around basically covers the top, the front, and the bottom. Okay?
Top, the
It
front,
comes
and the
just
bottom.
around. It covers
Know what
3
I'm saying?
sides.
Right, forget
So
about
these
it.
2 sides right here, this side and this side have no Dacron on it.
There's no
And the
Dacron.
back
That's
has
so
no
sad.
Dacron on it. You can see the
There's
back
no Dacron.
is without
Here.
Dacron. You have the Dacron here. It's glued on. Okay.
He's like feeling it
So
out.
this is the kind of look I wanted to show you that would give the Dacron would give the cushion. Let me close it up.
Wait, hold on.
close
Let
it.
me close it up. I gotta put the microphone down.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
I'll be back eventually. It's gonna take me a minute. Hold on. See, it's
Well,
taking me
we
a
need
minute.
to see all of this. This is important.
Don't we? I know. I'm surprised it's not like a close up. You should
This
film the
is
beginning.
important. This is the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. But
Again, all our
You've
covers
got
come
to-
with
you've
zipper,
got
and
to
usually they're put in the
admire-
back. That's to hide them.
you've got to
This is the
admire
kind of
him.
look that this
You do.
Dacron gives the cushion. Makes the top bulge out slightly. It's called a
He's so
crown. Makes the front bulge
gentle.
out slightly, and the bottom bulge out slightly. So it is reversible.
He's talking
Now,
about a bunch of
The
bulges.
sides don't bulge out very much at all. As a matter of
Nice.
fact, there's a little slack over here.
Is
because
this
there is no
ASMR? Am I
Dacron.
watching ASMR?
I don't mind that so much because usually
This
the
is,
sides have
this is
another piece of
ASMR
cushion
before
against it,
ASMR.
or the side of the
Ah,
furniture
This
against
is
it.
what
So
I would definitely
why
put
they-
this on
they-
to go to sleep.
just
This is
around,
better than any
which is
bedtime
the
story
top,
I've
the
ever
bottom,
been
and the
told.
front.
Right?
don't really it
Dacron,
really does the
Dacron.
job in most cases because the sides themselves they're going to be covered. They're going to be covered by the next
No.
cushion or by the side of the
This
furniture.
is like
most of the time.
some
If it's not,
some of
then
the
you
stand-ups
really
I've
should
seen
use
on
the
Joe
Dacron
Rogan. This is
all
pretty
the way
much
around.
what it sounds like to
Okay?
me.
Now,
like-
getting back to the other thing, the other topic I want to
They could
discuss
just
was
be
the
talking
welting.
about Dacron.
Welting is strictly for the
Well,
cover.
then it's the piping
It's
on the
this
corner around the edge of the corner.
Edge right here, this cord edge right here. It's
Cat
called
Williams, like,
piping,
The thing
welting,
about
a cord edge,
Dacron
and basically it's
is
just to give something
they
a
make
nicer look.
Dacron dress
a
up
more
in all
finished
kinds
look
of
with different kind of
costumes.
look. This one has no welting. It's a nice modern look, smooth. It's a matter of
It's
personal
nice and
preference.
smooth. You know,
But just to
personal
clarify
preference.
the term, so you know what we're talking about. It's strictly for the cover,
We know
so
what
don't
we're talking about.
order,
We're talking
don't
about
order the
Dacron.
foam with welting.
Damn
Makes
right.
no sense.
Only
Shut
order
your
the
mouth.
Cord
welting.
edge on the
Order the
cover.
cover with the phone.
Next, we're going to discuss the foams and the firmnesses.
Just talk
So you
about
can actually
Dacron.
pick out a foam for your cushion.
For your cushion. So, do you now know more about foam cushions than you've ever wanted to before?
I feel like I've heard the word Dacron more in 2.5 minutes than I've ever heard my entire life.
Entire life, right? I don't think I've ever heard of it ever until this video.
No, isn't Dacron the massive planet-based transformer? Isn't
Possibly.
that Oh, is that That's Unicron. That's Unicron. I always get those mixed up.
Yep. Good,
Stuff-
good old Dacron.
Yeah, there was no. If that was in Britain, there'd have to be some innuendo about stuffing your cushions. This is ridiculous. He said that dead straight. It was straight as an arrow. He really cares about his job.
He really does. So, okay, so that's part one. There is a
Oh,
part
no.
two. However, part two is about 4 times as long as that one, so
Oh,
we're not
no.
going to watch that one.
I thought you were going to say it's lost media and it's going to stay lost.
Forever.
Let's pretend it is.
Yep. Yep.